Don't touch that dial. You're back on the Quorators podcast, America's premier Quora-based podcast with Alex and Jeremy and sometimes Claire.
Yeah.
Claire's busy today, so
gone.
she's on break, but she misses
Pretend
you.
she's here.
And she asked about you recently. But we have a very exciting guest here in the studio today. This is a regular. We have a comedian from New York City, the Big Apple, all the way down the lane, down the Great White Way. That's Broadway, of course, and that is, of course, comedian Kenice Mobley. Kenice?
Hello. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you for coming over.
I'm not anywhere near the Great White Way.
No.
Have you ever danced before, Kenice?
In my life?
You ever thought about seeing your name up in lights?
Like in the musical Chicago? Or?
Yeah, exactly like that.
Okay. Exactly like the musical Chicago. Well, I saw the movie Chicago when I was younger, and I did relate to that. I thought that was cool.
Okay.
But I live in Brooklyn.
Yeah,
and,
sure. Not Chicago.
Yeah.
Yep.
I made a better choice, and I live
Somewhat of a cold burn on Chicago at the start of the episode.
They can deal with it. They deal with a lot of other things.
Why don't you put another chip on your chili dog and swallow your feelings?
The fact that they just pile a bunch of shit onto hot dogs and are like, no, this is a Chicago dog, and you can't possibly eat it when it's piled with all that stuff. That doesn't make any sense to me.
No
bite for bite, the ratios are off.
No one could eat that.
Sorry.
That's
your
what
hot
they
dogs
do
are
out there is they take things and they deep dish them.
Yeah.
Well, not us.
Good. Thank you. And thank you for accepting my rant about Chicago.
Yeah, of course. I'm not from Chicago. I
I've
feel like you
been
said
a
that
few
like I'm
times.
from there.
No,
And
just-
frankly, I
Thank
did
you.
like it a lot all the times I went, but that's visiting. That doesn't count.
Yeah, it doesn't.
No.
It doesn't.
No, I wasn't
Too
ever
cold.
there. And actually, the first time I went to do like some shows, we were just like in a apartment that didn't have heat on, and I had to like go put on like extra layers to fall asleep because it was very chilly. This is something I'm pioneering right now, is that Chicago gets quite cold in the winter.
Oh.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't care what the media says.
And it's windy.
Yeah, from all the politicians and so forth.
Yes.
Claire wouldn't let me say this stuff, but I'm gonna say it.
She'd put the ixnay on this?
Yeah,
Yeah.
she's
She'd shut
she's
you
with all these
down.
fat cats all the time. You know how it is.
Yeah.
Oh well.
Claire O'Kane is a billionaire.
It wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Somebody's a billionaire.
She invented the cheese wheel.
Like
Well,
the wheel of cheese. I was like, wait a sec. Is there a wheel specifically for cheese, or you're simply referring to that cheese is often in wheel shape? Okay.
A wheel-shaped cheese.
Yeah, but
Claire
before that,
invented
it was like perfect circles, and then Claire was like, "No, let's cut the bottom and the top off," and boom.
Yeah.
Yeah, she said I'm seeing a whole lot of money in a circle of cheese. But Kenice, this is a Quora-based show. Have you ever been on Quora?
I have because I
Thumbs
look
up or
up
thumbs down?
answers to things. You know,
What do you think?
a lot of times it is not relevant to my specific query, but I do like there's a meme of a Quora question, and it's how to forward or how to deal with like trying to live life now. And step one, pass away.
Wow.
Is,
Oh,
the
no.
meme, and I deeply relate to that.
Or
This is like before the AI engines on all of the search engines. So like when you Google like how do I put cheese on pizza, it says put glue on it.
Oh no.
Like before the intentionally wrong
Yes,
answers
yes,
that
yes,
would
yes.
provide you. This is just. I guess that's what's beautiful about the website is it's human generated wrong answers.
Yes.
They do have a lot of AI support built into the thing, as we may run into that today. Sometimes we go to do a question and we find out we've been tricked by a robot, and it's no one ever asked that. But I pray that doesn't happen this week, and especially this week because we are talking about human love and relationships.
Wow.
honey.
Now, Kenice used remember that
I
sound
do remember that sound.
from 8 years ago?
Yup. It's still in there.
I like downloaded that maybe 1 year after that song came out, and I've been spamming it at comedy shows nonstop ever since.
Do people still get
I
it?
have
Like
never
the young people
slowed
get
down.
it?
It's
No.
thing.
Okay.
It sounds good.
Yeah.
That's why Kanye put it in there.
And he's done nothing wrong since then. right?
Nothing.
No.
He seems like a totally normal, chill dude.
No one
except
would
for that
think
one
he's a
sound.
sex criminal of any kind.
No, or
He didn't do sex crimes, did he?
Probably.
Well,
I
now that we
couldn't
know.
say, but
That's like the one thing he's not in trouble for.
Well, it's kind of he's kind of wrapped up in this Diddy case a little bit.
Oh, sure,
Anyway,
sure.
but we're not talking about that today. We're talking about love and relationships.
He's done it all. He's a Renaissance man of crime.
My point is, he found that great sound.
Yeah.
Anyway, the episode is love games.
Yeah, this week is love games. So we're gonna explore the world of love. Now, as I was saying, you had a relationships podcast before.
Yes, I had Love About Town, a sex, dating, and relationship podcast with my best friend Rohan Padje, and we would talk about dating and relationships from the perspective of two people who were bad at it, hadn't done it much.
Yeah, shout out Rohan Padje, shout out podcasts, shout out listening to podcasts.
Yeah, let's do it.
What were there any through lines in that show that surprised you in terms of the kind of relationships people have? Because Jeremy, I don't know if you know this. Jeremy and I both married our girlfriends from high school.
That's right.
What?
We did no
Yeah.
dating at all.
Body
So you
count.
guys
We
never
did one and then beat it. We beat
you
the
guys
whole
never
game.
like did apps or anything?
No.
Kenice, I have a body count of 1.
And
The way the world stopped. At the end of it.
I said that at a stand-up show recently, and someone gasped. And I felt so ashamed.
I mean, you shouldn't feel ashamed. That's your truth.
was
And
so
if it
funny.
works for you, you should do that.
I thought it was a funny joke, and it usually does well. And then that time, the guy gasped, and I was like, maybe I'm wrong.
I know you, and I know you have a wife that you met in high school, and
That's right.
I know you're Jewish, and I still expected you to say, and his name is Jesus Christ.
I've got
That's the
one
kind
body
of
count,
delivery that line.
and it's a wafer.
Wait, and are you from New York City, or you guys?
I'm from Long
You're
Island.
from Long Island. Okay, so like that makes more sense that like both of you would have moved here
Sure.
versus like I was. Well, where are you from?
I'm from Massachusetts.
Wait, what part?
Don't crowd work me. I'm from Needham.
Okay, I lived in Boston for a long time.
Yeah.
Is why I ask. But you both like you met in high school, and you both were like, "Let's go to New York City."
Well, I moved here for college, and then I defeated her by her leaving her college and moving to my college.
That was a defeat of her.
Yes,
I was
an
went to NYU.
incredible victory.
Wow.
Alice is an NYU boy. And look where he is now.
That
An
fa-
NYU boy?
And now I'm
Shouldn't
at
he be-
Jeremy's house.
Shouldn't he be so much more famous? You ever
I-
time you hear about
honestly,
someone from
yes.
NYU, you're like Timothy Chalamet, Alex Patak.
So you just don't know the cool guys I know who are all at Jeremy's house. That's where the magic happens.
That's right.
And what is love but a form of magic itself?
A shared delusion between two people.
Yeah, sure.
Hopefully not delusion, but like a shared mental state that they're both experiencing that isn't totally observable to the outside eye.
Yeah. Oh wait, I totally derailed my own question. Was there anything on the podcast that stuck out as like a thing about love or relationships that people probably don't know about?
That people who are in relationships and have been for a long time, no offense,
No offense.
don't.
I hear you're happily married.
Yeah,
No offense.
they're not the best people to go to for advice in
Yes.
modern dating. They'd be like, I don't know, put yourself out there. And it'd be like,
Yeah.
I
don't know,
would say that.
I'm kind of out there. I kind of like I live out there, so I don't know if I need.
You
to
should
do-
be taller.
Yeah.
I'll
Joke.
say that to people.
I mean, that honestly, probably it would
Oh,
help
yeah.
me in my life.
You could be at least twice as tall.
I mean, humanly, I think break some records at twice as tall,
Could
but
be pretty good though,
yeah.
right?
The
But doesn't
stand-up
sound so
joke
bad.
that the guy gasped at was basically what you're saying, which is that everything I know about dating is how to hook up with a 16-year-old in 2010, which
Right.
is just like, it doesn't help you.
good.
Problematic.
Actually, it's good
Yeah.
that that's not helping you today.
That's right.
Know
Don't ask
about
me for advice. Leave me
Radiohead.
alone.
Okay, yep.
Is that knowing about Radiohead is how you got?
Is that how you started dating your wife, Alex?
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't know about Radiohead, but if I had to give advice to myself, I feel like that would have even increased my appeal.
Wow.
In
What do you think your
2008.
appeal was?
Your appeal? Or my
Either
appeal?
of your appeals.
So
you both
high off the ground.
they met you when you were like probably at your
Children.
not worst, but like close to it, and then
Well, they
still
were
liked
also
you.
children,
Oh, they were also at their worst.
so they were
Yeah.
making bad decisions.
Okay, so I need to find because I'm not at my worst.
This is why people try to date children.
Right.
That's the line you're
Right.
going down.
Is that always?
Okay.
Is that your worst? Is being a child your worst?
Yes.
I mean, it's just like when you don't know anything and you like have bad opinions and you're not like emotionally mature.
Yeah.
So
Easily impressed.
for me, emotionally, my worst was high school, college, and now I feel so much better.
Oh, okay. I feel like I got worse in college.
Do
frankly.
you?
Yeah, I was nothing but trouble.
What were you doing?
I don't want to talk about that. So
Okay.
instead, we're going to talk about Quora.com.
We must go on Quora.
And we're going to begin, but that's what the show is, so I have to do it. I have no choice. And we're going to begin with our space of the week, like we always do, and explore on love, life, troubles, and strife on Quora.com. Space of the week.
Negatively framed.
It is
to be
negatively
love life,
framed.
semicolon, trouble and strife.
Love life, semicolon, trouble and strife.
Yeah.
If you're on the
Relationship dilemmas
YouTube,
and advice on love, dating, marriage, and divorce.
6 subscribers, but thousands of followers.
That's right.
I don't know what the difference is between that, and
Neither do
I'll
I.
never learn.
Neither do I.
If you're on the YouTube, you're noticing there's a big flaming red sign that says love on it. And that lets you know it's a love space.
Yeah.
Things get hot in here.
Did you have specific questions you want me to look at on here, Alex? Or
Nope.
Okay, great.
Wow.
You're going to have to bust a move, hot shot.
Well, this is the
Why don't you
love
treat this like you're dating in
details.
2010?
Loves me not. How do I, if they are the one, should I stay or should I go? Healthy or toxic relationship, heartbreak, recovery, love, and hate.
Okay, I know everything I need
Now
to know.
that
for
doesn't
this.
make any sense at all. How do I know if they are the one? Should I stay? Okay.
What doesn't
No,
make
sorry.
sense to
The
you?
word no isn't in it.
Yeah,
How
the
do I
word
if I?
no isn't in there,
How do
yeah.
I if they are the one?
Oh, okay.
Which is an important question.
So there's a spelling error in the
Or is it
description.
like, how do I, the Leanne Rhymes song? And then, how do I?
If they have a
If they were
one,
one, yeah.
well, then there should be
Semicolon.
a semicolon.
Yeah.
Here's a question on here. How can I get my girlfriend to stop being so mean all the time?
Oh.
What?
Okay. That is a good question. I would say you got to probably scare her.
I mean, have you tried listening to her?
Oh,
Or
okay.
seeing
We're taking different approaches.
Yeah,
They're
like-
both good.
what she wants, or maybe
The male and female perspective on
Yeah.
this question, where Alex is like, scare her, get a mask. And you're
can't.
like, she's right.
leave, bro. Wow. Okay.
That's
So, in
sweet.
your experience, you would say when girlfriends are mean, it's because they're agitated in some way?
I'd say there's 2 reasons. It's because if they've asked for something, or they feel as though they've asked for something or communicated something, and they're not getting their needs met, or alternatively, they don't like you, and for some reason they don't want to break up with you, so they're just going to be shitty.
I've seen it.
Yeah, I've been that person.
Sure.
Oh, baby! I can't break up with you, so I will just be the worst,
Yeah.
and you will break up with me.
Oh.
Yeah.
I've heard of this discussed in a Seinfeldian
seen it happen.
sense. You've
Yeah.
seen it happen.
Seen it happen with my own 2 eyes.
It's not being the change you want to see in the world, though, is it?
It's not. And in all of the instances where I did that when I was younger, the person just dealt with it until eventually I broke up with them.
Oh.
Because
Sounds about right.
I was like, why are you accepting this bad treatment? And honestly, it's making me like you even less. We should break up.
So it doesn't even really work then that way.
I mean, for some people it does.
Okay, yeah, I guess if you've picked someone who's not going to then take like, oh, they're being so mean to me, I have to dress up as Frankenstein, I have to get a hook.
Yeah. Although that would make me laugh, but I'd also be like, and I think we're over. But I hope, and this is the meanest, it's not the meanest thing I'm going to say. The image of a crying Frankenstein makes me laugh so much that part of me wants to do that.
That's the
that is
meanest
so
thing you're going to
mean.
say. That's not that mean.
That's
That's
not the-
so
okay.
mean.
Okay.
What if Frankenstein heard that?
He'd feel really bad.
He's made of corpses.
Well, okay, Frankenstein versus Frankenstein's monster. It's a whole thing.
Ah,
Sorry
right.
to
So
be
you're
that
specifically
asshole.
talking about the doctor, the scientist?
Yeah, I'm talking about the scientist.
Okay.
That's who I'm referencing.
Oh,
when
maybe
say
I
this.
should explain as shorthand for the rest of the episodes of this podcast. When I say Frankenstein, I do not mean the scientist.
Okay.
I think I'm
cool,
with
cool.
you.
I would never dress up as him.
Okay. I was like, yeah, that's your choice, dude. I don't want to limit you.
He disgusts me.
Oh, okay.
He seems like if it was around back then, he would have been at one of Harvey Weinstein's parties.
Maybe.
Yeah,
Dr. Frankenstein.
Dr. Frankenstein.
That's on the list. That's on the
Yeah.
flight logs to that island.
Right.
He's a
Little St.
powerful
James.
creator with
Yes.
dubious morals.
Yeah, but Dr. Frankenstein did produce the Good Will
Pulp
Hunting,
Fiction.
so it's fine.
Yeah. We accept his bad behavior based on the art
yeah.
that he was a part of creating.
And I hate to take this one step further, but isn't Pulp Fiction kind of a Frankenstein of different vignettes?
I don't. Is that a Miramax movie though?
I don't fucking
I believe
know.
that. I think Danny DeVito produced that movie.
Really?
I believe that is
I think
a
Harvey
Jersey
Weinstein
film.
is involved.
Okay, I believe you, but I think
And I
it's
will
funny.
stop everything to find this out.
Wow.
We could look it up.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead and pull out your book. Jeremy, if you're listening to the podcast,
cares?
he's pulled out a book.
I'm
And he's
reading.
leaping through the
I'm
producer
reading.
credits.
And it
Okay.
just says all this stuff about Dune.
No, it doesn't.
Produced by Lawrence Bender. Oh, it is a Miramax. Distributed by Miramax.
Yeah.
well,
Distributed by
well,
Miramax.
well.
Not produced. Produced by Jersey Films. And what is that? A
Oh,
picture of,
that's our
Daniel
boy.
Michael DeVito
Well, so we're
Jr..
both right then.
No, it's
So we're
distributed.
both right.
he's a junior. I didn't know Danny DeVito was a junior.
I didn't know
Neither
that
did
either.
I.
That's kind of shocking.
That's huge news for me.
Yeah.
And he's been married a bunch of times.
No, he's been married to just one woman.
Who is it? Rhea Perlman?
Yeah, and then they're separated now. I don't know if
Aw.
they're divorced. Separated in 2017, but they
That's like recent to me. I'm like, but what happened?
Yeah.
well, I think Danny DeVito had sex with a lot of different people. I know that.
What?
I picture him doing it like a little animal too.
There's a lot of stories.
How does a little animal do it?
Oh, baby. I've just seen him like do that and with frothing at the mouth and kind of shaking.
Oh, okay. Like
I've seen
a
it-
rabies patient. Yeah,
I've seen
yeah.
a lot of episodes of It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia where he does things like that,
You
and
gotta
now I can
imagine-
picture him doing that.
You got to imagine like Taxi though, Taxi version of him.
So he
haven't
has
seen
more hair.
Yeah, and he's like more suave.
Would we call Taxi Danny DeVito more suave? Maybe. Okay.
then like It's Always Sunny.
Yes. Okay. Then yes.
The one
Or
who
like
gets
the
sewn
penguin.
into a couch. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So anyway, I don't remember how this came up,
Anyway,
but let's look at the
shouts
second
out to
question of
Rhea
Love Life
Perlman.
Troubles and Strife.
No, let's go. Let's move on to Quorators.
We're done with the space of the week.
Yeah,
The
who
point is
cares?
that there's a lot of trouble and strife on Love Life.
There's
Troubles
not really
and
much
Strife.
on there. It's
check
just
it
a
out.
lot of-
Check out podcasts. Check out the internet.
I assure you, listeners who are upset that we haven't looked enough onto it, I read through a bunch of them, and they're all just like, "How do I get someone to love me?" They're not really that fun.
And the rest of our questions are like that, so we can
Yes.
get right into
Let's do
it.
Poor Romance.
We'll begin our first segment, and that is our love segment, Quote Romance. Won't you answer a love question with me?
Lovely.
Okay.
This first question is, how do I play love game?
Okay, so this one has, I believe, two answers. If we find this too limiting, there is a parallel question. Is love a game that we can also read the answers to? When you go on Quora, it doesn't show you the things that you asked specifically.
Okay.
It shows you related questions all the time, and it's very confusing to read. It takes a while to get used to.
Okay. Thank you.
We have one answer by Chris Bell at the top, who I don't think is my friend, the director. I think it's just a common name, but maybe he wrote this shit.
Yeah.
He wrote, when you play a game, there will be a loser. Love is not a game. Do not play it. The wrong person loses.
You can get murdered in a fit of passion, or you can murder someone in a fit of passion. Be a slut openly. You will be respected and supported.
Very important to understand. Every time we pause, there was an ellipses. There's like
throw
9
that-
ellipses in 4
Throw an
sentences.
upvote
Yes.
on that. Not really sure what it means.
That's the truest shit I've ever read.
And then I'm going to add
Okay.
a comment that says question mark.
No, don't harass Chris Bell. He has my phone number.
Okay.
Play a game, there'll be a loser. Love is not a game, do not play it. The wrong person loses? Question mark.
I like the idea that a game results in a loser.
Sure.
Do not play it. But what they're not saying is that with actual love, there are 2 winners. It is not an adversarial
Yeah.
situation.
Or 3 or 4 if you're Bali.
Yeah,
5,
whatever.
6,
I'm tired of these poly people
7
trying
or
to jump
8.
into every conversation. But here, they're like, no, you don't play it because there will be a loser and you could get murdered. What? Like, why is that the thing that you...
Love is very similar to the Game of Thrones in this answer.
Yes.
Where you win or you die.
Yeah.
But the
Love
final
resides
advice
where
is...
people think it resides.
That's true. The final solution is be a slut openly, and then you will be respected and supported.
Was very confused by
Yeah,
that
is that...
part.
Would we say that's true? Was that...
It sounds like an embittered person saying that.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Like maybe they've had a Taylor Swift situation, short skirts, t-shirts kind of thing, where their lover was stolen away by a pretty young thing.
This guy has
What song is that?
4,000 answers.
The original Do you know the name of that Taylor Swift song? Pop quiz on me knowing Taylor Swift songs. The first big single she had.
Bad Romance.
That's Bad Romance.
Oh, thank you.
I didn't hear what Alex said.
That is Bad Romance?
No, I didn't hear.
She wants it bad romance.
I didn't hear what you said, so I don't know what you're talking about.
Taylor Swift
Paparazzi.
wears short skirts, but then she wears T-shirts.
I thought you were talking about Lady Gaga.
It's a bad romance.
Right. That's the fairy tale.
Cheerleading. I'm on the bleachers. I don't really know all the words, but
it's a bad romance.
I thought you said Lady Gaga for some reason.
oh, okay.
There's a reason, and it's that that's the word love game being used over and over again.
Yeah, that's right.
Yes.
Has kind of programmed your brain in a certain way. But
I'm looking
anyway,
at Chris Bell's
we're on Chris
profile.
Bell's account.
He's answered 4,000 questions, and he's
that's
answered
what's
one
up.
as of 3 hours ago.
That's what's up. Quora grinder.
He recently, someone asked, how can you get over your baby's father if you all work together? And Chris said, you can't, ... As I typed this post, ... My sister and I were having this conversation.
Why? Who told him to use ellipses like
Yeah.
Why can't you get over him, ... Equals 1, law of physics, equals the child, ... Unto death of parent or
What?
child, ... 2 child support, ... Equals 21 legal years at least 18, ... 3 memories, ... Once you fuck, a child is born, ... You're stuck, ... With ancestry.com/social media, ... No
What?
telling, ...
I think this person has like actual problems. I think this person
Yeah.
has got some sort of
And he's got about 4.3 thousand solutions.
I don't think he has problems. This is just an old man on the computer.
oh no.
Follow.
But
following
back
him.
when you could send
rules.
pigeon messages, it wasn't strange to type this way. Or
That's
like
right.
in World War II when you could do
Sure.
Morse
You say,
code,
like, pause
you
or
had
whatever?
to hit ...
Yes,
all
it
the
says,
time.
"Oh, I'm continuing. Just don't leave
Sure.
yet."
And you'd have to hit slash as well,
Yeah.
which we haven't seen him use as much.
You can't pause. As I type this post, pause. My sister and I were having this conversation. Pause.
Yeah.
Doesn't that's what it sounds like though?
Why can't you get over him? Pause. Number 1, law of physics. See, it makes
Well,
sense.
okay, physics. How does that relate to why you can't get over this man that you worked with?
It is mathematical.
Oh, okay.
So that's one answer to the love game.
Thank you, Chris Bell.
Thank you,
Alex's
Chris.
friend Chris Bell,
Go,
Hey.
filmmaker.
go be a slut. We'll get you respect.
Go watch Failed State.
Cynthia Muir, check out Failed State, great movie. Cynthia Muir, who lives in New York City, 2018 to present, says love is no game,
But
it
brings much
more
happiness
than any game.
more than any game ever could when sincere and genuine.
Weird spacing
Yeah, why-
on
okay.
all of these.
Cynthia, go
Why
off.
is she doing a Yoda thing
You know
with
what?
the end of this sentence? It's like,
I think she read the other guy's answers and was like, "Oh, it's a
I can
lipsy."
one up
Okay,
his
now
time.
I'm
okay.
gonna say there is another one here from Rainey that says, I know aces equals true love, and I can't remember the rest. I would play this game a lot while I was in jail or in my cell alone.
what?
LOL. You know what? You
I don't
guys
know
are
what this
complaining
is
about
reference
this.
to.
Would you rather the AI show up and be like, love actually isn't a game. Love is a relationship between two people.
If I did
Shut
prefer
up.
that, it is at the top of the page.
I want to hear from Rainey, who's in prison,
Yeah,
Yeah.
you rock,
jacking
Rainey.
off.
I think Rainey played a card game called Love, and
Yes.
that's what they're referring to.
Yes.
And they're having a bit of fun with it. This is their one answer.
Wow.
Rainey has never answered or asked another thing.
They logged on just to knock us down a peg.
Just to be like, ooh, look, I'm silly. I'm funny.
Woohoo!
Can I
Well,
look
I'm
up
done here.
Why they're in prison? How common?
Rainey Hollingsworth.
Again, you cannot just Google random names. and
But
expect
that's
to
like
get anything from
that
it.
sounds like Oswald Cobblepot to me. Like that's like a specific name.
This has been happening every week, and there's never anybody on the other side.
Oh, okay.
I want to look up why different Quora users went to jail. Is that a
They're
crime?
not celebrities. They're just our Quora.
All right, wait, let's go to question number 2.
Okay, fine.
Because we're already 30 minutes into this.
Oh no.
Fine. All right,
I like it.
We're losing time.
Yeah.
Okay, this is on Street Survival. Why don't the people on dating apps want to meet? They just want to chat? Are they fake or are they scared?
I think they're fake.
Dude, they're not interested.
They're fake
Yeah,
as
they
hell.
don't like you.
Yeah.
Like if
no.
they wanted to meet with you, they would, but they're trying to decide if they want to meet with you through conversation. And when they have conversation with you and don't want to meet with you, that means that they didn't get a lot out of the conversation. So.
I do agree with you guys, but it is relevant that this question is in the street survival Quora, which is learn how to be safe and prepared no matter where you are in any city or slum. So should we be looking at this question through the lens of street survival?
I was about to say that does add a threatening aura to the whole thing.
Does this man feel that he will be attacked in a slum?
I don't think it. I think the fact that he views dating as a survival situation does kind of probably bring an energy that makes people not want to go meet him or not feel safe meeting him. Like, for example, if he's messaging you and is like, hey, you look cute or whatever, where's a safe place we can meet?
Yeah, I'd probably say no. But you guys haven't been on dating apps. Like,
Nope, not once. Never been on a date.
Oh, wow. Okay. Like, but you and your wife
Jeremy's
go on
been
dates.
kissed.
Never been kissed. We're waiting until after marriage, death.
After marriage. But you guys
He
go
forgot
on
he
dates
was
with
married.
each other.
Yeah, we've been on
right?
dates, but we started dating when we were 17.
Yeah, not the.
So, by the time we went on an adult date, like post-college, we were together for like 6 years.
Wild.
Adult date. Here we are. Maybe my big kiss is coming tonight. Nope.
So you don't know the feeling of being a tax-paying adult who is sitting there trying to make someone think that you are worth love.
No, well, I do know that because I have a podcast, but that's a different kind of love.
It's different. It's colder and it's cruel.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not on these apps, Kenice. You gotta tell us. Are they fake or are they scared?
They could be scared of being murdered based on how he's
Sure.
asked this question.
Right.
But I think they are real and they are discerning and they have discerned that they are not interested in you.
So I guess I have to ask though, are there a lot of robots on the dating apps?
There's a fair number of robots.
Compared to like Twitter or something. How many robots are there?
Okay, Twitter has a lot of robots who are just like retweeting and nonsense.
Beep
but,
bop.
And also, my experience as a
Blorp.
woman interested in men is very different than a man interested in women.
Wow.
Because there are a lot of like, hey, ooh, I'm so lonely. I don't know what to do with these huge tits. Could you tell me?
That's what you're saying to the men?
That's what I'm specifically saying to the men.
And then they don't feel safe meeting you.
Yeah, no, that's what the bots say to dudes.
Yeah.
And then it's like, we could chat, sexy, ooh la la la,
Sure.
So
I
I
am
think,
single in America seeking boyfriend.
yes, exactly. So I think dudes probably encounter a lot of robots, but also women who are just like, I don't know, man. Can we maybe have like 4 sentence exchanges before you're like, let's go on a date?
Yeah.
Can we go on a date right now?
Right.
You must be scared. Now I am.
I've noticed that the word scared is thrown around a lot in these circles.
That would rule to just women on dating apps like, are you too scared to date me?
2 for flinching. What kind of food do you like?
Yeah.
You want to get Thai
wow.
food or are you scared?
I think that you guys would be surprised at what some of your fellow dudes are out here saying and doing.
Every time. I have a friend who I was teasing because he was on dating apps and he was like, I just can't get girls to talk to me. I don't know what the deal is. And I was like, well, let me see. And he had sent to every girl, hello, I just wanted to say you are beautiful as like the beginning of every single conversation to like 50 women. And I was like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
You are beautiful and my crazy tits
Can
are
I
in
just
bio.
say you are beautiful?
Yeah, I always like to send a girl a message that says, well, well, well. And then ellipses. Let
Number
them
1,
make the
physics.
move.
Yeah, they'll be like, what? Do we work together? Or?
Look whose ass crawled into my app.
There's not really any good answers on here, but I do think it sparked interesting discussion.
Yeah, I agree.
nice.
Everyone just says they're most likely fake.
Well played, sir.
So I'm going to go on.
If a woman's scared of you, she's fake.
Yeah.
Tips for men.
You guys have that ready to go.
I have
got
40
everything.
buttons.
What do you need? Tips for
And I
women?
never miss them.
Is there a tips for women?
You think you can get us, Kenice?
Tips for women.
You think you could just get
Where
us?
did you get the background for that sound cue?
I'm not legally allowed to say that.
Hey. Just the sax or whatever that is. It's
That's
fascinating.
all sex.
Hell yeah. Okay. All right.
It's between consenting adults.
Do you want to hit the last one, Alex, or no?
Oh, okay. I didn't know if you were plugging me into that. We also have I bet you wouldn't think we'd have a tips for non-binary people, but guess what? Tips for them.
Do you have any advice for non-binary
Yeah,
people?
then we used to
Kenice?
make people give advice, like at gunpoint.
At
pretty
gunpoint,
much.
give some advice.
We wouldn't
to
tell them we were gonna do
non-binary
it.
people.
We'd say, thanks for the show. We go on Quora. I mean, welcome to the show. We go on Quora on here. They'd be like, great, I'm excited to be here. They'd be like, surprise, non-binary tips right now. I'm recording
It's
it.
different. Like, are you a non-binary person interested in other non-binary people? Are you interested in?
You don't
women?
know that.
No, I'm asking. Is it like the advice would be different depending on who you were looking for?
Anything goes in there.
Yeah, you
It's
can
crazy.
say whatever you want.
Okay.
We just said like wear sweaters a lot of the time.
Okay,
Really
I
good-
think
it's
I feel
good
like
advice.
pants are a
Cold.
part of it. I think pants seem to really
Pants are good.
like fit
Pants
in,
and gender
in
go
with
leg
it.
in leg.
Specifically, non-binary people.
Yeah, you know, like I say dress like as wild as you want to.
Okay.
It says to other people, I have personality.
Mhm.
Cool.
And other people can be like, I like that personality.
Sure.
And yeah, let other people see you.
And also haters to the left as well if they don't like
Yes, if they don't like it. I like
That's
that as
good
a
advice.
nice filtering mechanism. So people who wouldn't be into what you're into, what you are, they just they're filtered out by your loud sweater.
it. Right. You make the rules.
Yeah.
You're my little monster, and this is your love game. What's our
All
next
right,
question,
well,
Jeremy?
Tips for non-binary people this week was let other people see you. The question is, what do I do if a strong-looking guy came up to my wife and said he wants to motorboat her and she found it funny?
So this is kind of a romance between your wife and a second guy.
Yeah.
In this case,
Yeah.
she's charmed by his
Keep in
motorboating
mind,
jokes.
He is strong-looking.
A strong looking guy. Okay, were they all drunk or
Oh, he could be a sailing man. I'm
a sailing man? I mean,
They're sober.
just genuinely the idea that you would walk up to someone you do not know
Uh-huh.
and just say, I would like to go
Yep.
Uh-huh.
between your boobs
Uh-huh.
is a very silly thing to say.
It's silly.
There you
I
go.
wouldn't put it past a Navy man, though.
To be into motorboating.
Why are
They
you...
like the sea.
Yeah,
They
you're-
like boats.
You're very focused on the boat aspect
Yeah.
of this, Alex.
They love boats. They're very crass. They spend all their time away from society. They're
Sure.
the ultimate motorboating
They're
strong man.
They're strong. Okay, so this is my advice.
They have an anchor on their arm.
Get into this guy's house or his
Uh-huh.
storage in any way.
Break into his house.
Get rid of all of his fruit, right? Because Navy men famously struggle with
They
scurvy.
need that.
Yes. So
It's
you're
a
gonna
BYOF.
Get this guy's freaking limbs to fall off of his body
Wow.
like a damn pirate.
Biological warfare. Strike him in his veins.
Okay.
And then
Navy men, they love to get scurvy.
I wish I had glasses right now because I would love to push them back as I plan
Okay, let's hear it.
my Int J's revenge.
Is that Inche?
Yeah, I feel like that is
Okay.
very Int J revenge. Do you not think so? It's a nasty plan.
Yeah, I guess so. I don't know the M.
Int J is the one.
Inche.
They're like a
He's like the
bad
Joker.
anime guy.
Okay, thank you. I was
Not
like,
the
what
Joker.
on
It's
earth
like
are you
the
talking about?
This is the personality.
Myers Briggs.
Yeah, Myers Briggs test.
There's like 12
Oh.
personalities or something.
Right.
Yeah.
Do you guys know what letter thing you are?
We did this
No.
before. I think I was.
don't. I suck at these.
I was
There's so
an-
many.
There's too many. I don't know which one.
Got
I was.
it.
Mine had an E and not an I.
Because you're an extrovert, not an introvert.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess that is what that's for.
Oh
Good
yeah,
point.
the letters mean things.
Yes.
To be clear, Alex.
It just seems like they're trying to do a memory test on me, and I'm not here
It's
to have
it's extrovert versus introvert, and then sensing versus intuition,
Yeah.
and then thinking versus feeling, and then judging versus perceiving.
As the audience has recognized, we have left Quora once more.
Yes.
Yeah, that's why the answers are starting to make sense.
There's no nothing confusing.
Also,
about
to be
the
clear, there's
Myers-Briggs
no
personality.
answers and there's no question asker for the motorboat question.
Oh, interesting.
There's no question asker.
No, it isn't.
The guy deleted their
anonymous.
account.
It's anonymous. It's from
Ah.
October 18th, 2018.
So what do you think they did about it?
I think that this man married his wife.
Yeah, I think he probably got
The
killed
strong guy-
by a Popeye.
The strong guy ate a bunch of spinach and then he took the question asker and he cracked him in half like an egg.
Wow.
And that, of course, unlocks the other man's wife.
I mean, have
thought it was
you
funny.
offered to motorboat her? Like, did
My
she
wife?
laugh in that way? Like the wife, did she laugh in that way? That'd be like, that'd be great. That'd be so wild. I mean, he's like wild that he said that. That's like so weird that this man wants to motorboat me. Like, you don't. What?
It's not sexual to her. She just loves getting motorboated.
Yeah,
It's
and
like
you're
a
just not
massage.
motorboating her. And
Yeah.
she's wanted you to motorboat her for so long, and someone else offered, and you could have been like, only I motorboat these tits, but you didn't say shit.
Yeah, you
No,
did.
because he was strong looking.
Yeah.
And there's no way to know who's captain of the ship.
Not even confirmed if he's strong, by the way. He
Yeah,
just looks
strong
it.
looking.
The way that you called it a massage does make me wonder if there's a chair that motorboats you. That like sharper image.
Not
would
yet,
sell.
but
You just
we're
sit
gonna
backwards in a
invent it.
massage chair, and it's doing something.
yeah,
That's true.
they pretty much do that.
Yeah.
Although you'd probably be kind of getting punched a little bit because those things are pretty ruthless.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You could set it to the softest setting and then go one side, the other side, one side, the other side, and then it'd just be like,
Yeah.
like a slow motion motorboat.
Let me
Sure.
tell you, I wouldn't put my cans on that shelf.
Okay.
Well, there's not any more to engage with here, so we'll simply have to move on. But I pray it doesn't happen to me.
Final core romance question.
Okay.
How to find a divorced woman for marriage?
Okay.
That's a good
Now, this
question.
one seems pretty easy, I gotta say.
How to find a divorced woman? There must be an app for divorce.
There's got to be an app that's called, like, Lonely Twice. Or
Just
something.
there's like support groups for divorced people.
Sure.
Go to one.
Yeah, sure.
That's a good idea.
Alcoholics
Also-
Anonymous.
yeah,
Yeah,
Like this-
they're called UCB.
Yeah,
and you can sign up for $400. It's called Improv 101.
It's easy peasy. For divorced people, go to Field, which is an
Sure.
app for poly
kinky.
people, but most of the people I have ever met on there are divorced.
Wait,
I
so
feel
I
like
got,
everyone I know uses exclusively Field now. Is that
I
because
used to
everyone's
use
kinky,
Field.
or is it just that like it's the new thing?
I think a combination of the two,
Okay.
to where we live in Brooklyn and we
Sure.
are like, oh yeah, we are more alternative in our thoughts, more open and free in our
Right.
ideas of what sexuality and romance could be. So I think that's part of it. A lot of people, are poly or experimenting with poly.
Yeah, that's
that's
what
part
it
of
is.
it. And then it is the newer thing. So it's like, well, I tried Hinge and I tried Bumble and I
Yeah.
tried Tinder
Struck
and all those
out.
didn't work. Let's go to Field. Let's
What else is there?
throw my dick out there
Sure.
and see what happens.
when I'm on the field, let's play ball.
That's what they're.
I haven't been on these apps per se, but as I understand it, Field is the like clown as opposed to improv or stand up of the dating apps.
Please elaborate on this analogy.
Alex just took a nap, so
Did you know about like their new comedic performers in the last
there's a lot of
few
clowns
years?
in
They've been
comedy
like,
now,
I'm
but
not a
that's
comedian, I'm a clown.
but I don't think that's
and
what
I don't
Field
write
is.
material. I go up and I create
Alex is sort of
extreme
a-
situations.
Alex is sort of a Bill Burr figure.
Uh-huh.
He kind of tells
Whatever
it how it
happened to the
is.
classics? What happened to me, you wipe in Harvard
Alex.
Square? Because you're on a field trip.
Maybe you haven't seen Alex in a while. He's kind of like a Boston guy now.
Oh, that's it. You've taken on this persona.
I have.
All the
And I
need
did
has
not
really
move.
come through.
There's been more time since I lived there, but that's kind of brought me back to my roots.
Yeah.
But anyway, I stand firm on this. I think that Field is clown for sex, and y'all doing too much.
Some of the people there are, in fact, doing too much. Where it's like, oh no, like yes, you are supposed to let yourself be open with what you really want, not just we all want a relationship, da 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 da. But this person's saying, I specifically want a third. I want these types of things.
Sure.
Da, 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 da. So that's what it's supposed to be. There probably are a bunch of clowns on that.
I bet there's a bunch of damn clowns that all trying to get in the same sex car.
Yeah, the sex car
Sounds
with
like
lots of
free
You're
people
gonna
in
get
it.
pulled over.
Yeah.
So I thought you were talking about Congress. Or like,
Shut up. No, you didn't. You never thought I was talking about Congress. I want to read some answers on this. I bet there's some
How
good
can I
stuff.
find a
Okay,
divorced
okay.
woman for marriage? Catherine Jones says, try some older women dating sites like older women and what?
Older
what?
women-ding.
Older women ding.
Like mending, older women-ding.
Wait, I
Older-
have to look this up. I'm sorry.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
have
I've
to
never heard of this in my life.
This is fair. This could be real.
Older women dating. She typed it wrong.
Oh,
It's
okay.
older women. Oh, maybe this
Maybe
is,
there was another one that was called that because it auto-corrected to
You're
this.
right, you're right.
Hey,
Older
click
women
Older
ding.
women-ding.
Curvy, mature women dating for local singles.
There's
Cougar.
Cougar is its own app.
But I don't want to date younger men.
No.
See, Cougar is a better name for an app than older women ding. I got
Yes.
it.
I don't think it
Yes.
exists. I think they meant older women dating.
Okay.
Okay.
Number one, curvy,
And
mature women
they can
dating.
be curvy because their metabolism has slowed down.
Meet and date curvy, mature women in your city. Hey there, singles. Are you tired of swiping through endless profiles of cookie cutter hotties?
Yes.
Feeling like your love life needs a serious shakeup? Well, buckle up because it's time to dive headfirst into the exciting world of curvy, mature women.
Oh.
Yeah! Trust me, these voluptuous vixens are the real deal, and they're right here in your city, ready to rock your world.
No,
like
this
never before.
is not real. This is not. You're not getting connected to real women here.
There's a whole thing here that says why curvy women are total bombshells. So it sounds like.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, curvy,
I
mature
don't know
women.
if the other apps have to put an article that says the thing that you're here for is actually good. Like on Bumble, they don't have to say
Yeah.
women, pretty cool people who are near
reasons.
you who have interests and thoughts and also holes. Like
10
they don't
reasons
have to
try
do that.
Pussy.
The part of this that's segued into curvy.
That's
and,
what I'm confused about too. 'cause
like,
this is
heavier
older
women part of
dating
it.
You know what?
And they
I'm on
really
/
mislabeled their
curvy
website.
mature.
Oh, you're on the curvy mature.
Oh,
tab.
okay.
Maybe that's
Go
why.
back to home.
How
Go
did
on older
okay,
women
you know
dating
what?
home.
Yeah, then-
You know
okay,
what?
wait, so-
Somehow we ended up on
Yeah.
slash curvy mature.
yeah.
Okay, so that's not their bad. That's
Yeah.
our bad. Okay.
Well,
also,
you
I
still
do think
shouldn't
it's.
have to advertise these subsets of women that exist. Like,
Oh, there's members that we can meet.
oh,
Do you wanna
Older
meet-
women dating members.
who's
Ashley says-
Barnaby?
This is.
What the? Because no, it's like Ashley, Victoria, Catherine, Barnaby.
Barnaby is one of the members, and he's looking
an
for a
honest,
grandma.
sweet, lovely lady that knows how to keep it real.
What?
Has goals and good values when it comes to life. Outgoing /
Barnaby is a damn robot.
Yeah, Barnaby.
Every older
Barnaby?
woman on here is looking for a Barnaby, and there's not one.
Bruv.
That's
Is this a way to scam women out of their money in the way that there's
Yeah.
like sites to scam men out of?
I think that's what it is. I think this is for older women who are like, I'd like to see Barnaby.
I'll tell you that dating older women is big money.
Hit the tips for curvy, mature women button, Alex. I'm just kidding. What if we had it though?
Yeah, true.
This is a women one again.
I genuinely think that is true because I did stand up in a retirement like daycare
Sure.
center, and it was for Mother's Day, and it was all women in the audience, and
what's up.
they were like, "Yeah, we're dating. Where do you find men?" And I was like, "I was coming here hoping that you guys would tell me in your like wisdom where I should be looking." And they're like, "No, we're trying to date. And these dudes suck here. Their only benefit is that they're still alive. That's like why they think that we should date them. But
They're looking for a Barnaby.
I guess they're looking for a Barnaby."
You're trying to dig up a
Looking
damn
for young
Barnaby.
Yeah.
Barnaby. I mean, Catherine, this woman here, or sorry, Victoria says, I would like to find a young man to spend sweet moments with.
See, we're
Sweet
doing.
moments with.
Yeah.
We all want a young man to spend sweet moments with.
I
have
want that
Jeremy.
too, yeah.
Um,
I have no one.
oh, don't we spend our sweet moments though? We're doing Quorators Plus here. We're too far off Quora. I want to see if there are any other suggestions.
Okay.
Okay, sorry. I apologize. Here's
Because
a- oh, wait, wait.
olderwomendating.com is one answer.
Yeah.
This is
from
a
Naughty-
23-year-old.
This is from Naughty Panda.
Naughty Panda. Who's an editor at Playboy? I'll believe it when I see it,
don't
Naughty
know.
Panda.
Naughty Panda. I'm
It
clicking
says
on her
former
profile.
editor.
Expert in steamy
expert.
stories and entertaining content. Join my Quora space and medium for juicy romance secrets and reader confessions that you won't find anywhere
Oh
else.
no.
A fair stories space.
Okay, save that. I definitely want
Oh.
that for later.
Shit. Also, Alex, where does she live?
Oh, she lives in bloody London, mates.
Anglo spotted.
This is an English person.
What?
Also, former editor at Playboy.
Yeah,
It's so
former.
hard working in media right now.
I know.
And then for dating, it's just pictures of tits.
This is a fair story.
This is what it's like.
This is her.
So
her-
dudes read this and they're like, these tit women are cheating on their husbands.
Yeah.
Maybe I could be someone they cheat on their husband.
You-
Exactly.
You're out there with some kind of tit woman.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I
she
do want
posted a
to. We
picture
gotta
of a woman
save the
here.
fair story space. for
She said,
later.
scouting for divorced women for marriage? My friend, you're entering the emotional wilderness. Here's your survival guide. Number 1, hit the divorce court cafeteria.
Nice.
Mingle with the soon-to-be singles, free samples guaranteed, emotional baggage not included, ... Maybe.
It's too many ellipses this episode.
Number 2, friend zone yourself on Facebook.
Say what?
Be the supportive shoulder for your divorced friends. One might take pity or develop a restraining order. It's a gamble, baby.
It's a gamble, baby.
Wow.
Number 3, wear a giant neon sign that reads, quote, open to slightly used wives.
I don't think you should do that one.
Yeah.
That sounds offensive.
Yeah.
I think slightly used wives will not appreciate that.
I don't think any of these are good advice.
I don't think so.
But,
I will say the cafeteria one does strike me because I did used to have a joke about how like the type of man I like the most is a widower. And so I just got to hang out at the hospital, just waiting, just seeing how they're crying, what they're crying about. Boom.
Sure.
Slip right in there.
Someone who's been through it all before.
A daddy who's loved and lost.
Yeah. And then I come in with like a hot meal
energy.
for his son and boom, I'm the new wife. That's how it goes.
I have to add Muhammad Shahid does say hi, hello.
Oh, wow. That's
because,
helpful.
she posted a picture of, I don't know if it's her, but a woman in a bra.
Yes.
Oh, it's a divorced woman, so it doesn't have to be older.
Is there like a tan line on her ring finger? Why do you say she's divorced?
Well, it's an answer to the divorce
okay.
woman page.
You
I mean,
can't
unless
see.
they're lying to me,
That's
which
from
I would
Naughty
hope they're
Pandas.
not.
Naughty Panda mostly just posts pictures of people's butts.
Yeah.
And then she tells stories about cheating, I guess. I don't know.
Oh.
Well, good
not-
for
not
her.
Wait,
really.
what's this? What's this old woman yelling into a 1940s style microphone?
We will read that question, but I have to say there's nothing on here very panda-like about it.
Yeah.
I did follow her, so maybe we'll hear from her in the future. The one with the grandma is, why did The Rock always ask, can you smell what The Rock is cooking? And there's a picture of a grandma, and she says, whoa, 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 hold on a minute. You think The Rock whips up a mean pot roast before throwing down in the ring? People's chants, sweats, electrifying charisma, not Betty Crocker magic. That question's about as useful as a chocolate kettlebell. It's all about the metaphorical smackdowns, jabroni. You know what? I would also fire this person from Playboy.
I was about to say,
Yeah,
no, they're
this-
really cooking it up. This is good writing.
Oh
This is
my
terrible.
gosh.
Give an
This
upvote on
hurts
that.
me.
No, I'm downvoting it.
This is
Don't
actually
you
hurting
can't
me.
downvote it.
I just did.
They need our support.
Do, do they?
No,
Do they?
This is our friend, Jeremy. We
This
just
panda
followed them.
person?
I don't like this panda at all. And
I don't want you hanging out with that panda.
I'm happy that they
No,
are
no.
endangered.
The things you say.
All right, well, here,
have
we've got an answer from
consequences.
another character, your Uncle Dodge.
Okay.
And now he's a father of three stepkids, 11 grandkids, 2 divorces, married. He says, you want to date with the intent of getting married? They have these things called dating sites. That's exactly what
no.
they're for. You might want to try one sometimes.
Let's
No.
lose the attitude here.
Yeah.
Uncle Dodge.
Why is this guy being such a dick?
The woman I've been married to going on 10 years, I met on a dating site. We found each other. We were happy with the way things were going. We trashed our dating profiles after 90 days so that we could date like people did before the internet. I guess that doesn't.
Well,
really...
you were already dating for
Yeah.
90 days. I feel like it just works
Yeah.
then.
We'll warn you, there are bad people on these sites. Whatever. This guy's got a boring answer. I thought he'd have a more fun one.
No,
His
he
name
just
was your
feels
Uncle
very
Dodge.
like self-assured for no reason.
Yeah,
like,
not helpful.
oh, I get to be an asshole and then say the most generic information you've ever heard in your life.
He's
here's a
really
good answer.
Doing it like an uncle.
Crystal, whose qualification, I get hit on a lot, so I know what works. She says,
Crystal.
Crystal says, same way you find any woman for any type of relationship, approach 1,000 women. If you have difficulty doing that, I can help.
What?
Thomas Friedman alt spotted.
And then this other guy, Shazad, says, I want married to United States women. She says, if you live somewhere that USA women visit, you can talk to them.
Thank you, Crystal.
And
Wow.
then he says, okay, love you.
Gotta get these two together.
Yeah.
Love connection.
He's like, well, I'm talking to you. Marriage?
Crystal,
green card?
I hear you are very popular.
Oh my gosh.
Crystal's kind of killing it. In the
There's
comments.
somebody who's from Ethiopia, and they're saying they
Yeah.
want to move to Canada to marry Canadian women. That's very specific.
He says, currently, I'm living in Ethiopia and want to move to Canada to marry Canadian women. If you are okay to facilitate, if for me, it is my pleasure, please. And she says, no one is going to facilitate that for you. Find a way to get a Canadian visa. Maybe go to school there.
But there's a lot of people asking Crystal to set them up. Like 4 to 5
like, oh,
people.
you seem to know a lot about it.
Crystal, I need your help.
This guy says, I need women.
Oh,
I need
no.
woman, singular. And she says, well, do you live in a place that only has men there?
Crystal,
Yeah.
you don't have to answer all these. These are-
Crystal rocks. I'm
You
going to
gotta
follow
just-
Yeah,
Crystal.
pass on the. It's,
She's
do not,
16 years
do
old.
not follow
Oh,
Crystal. We will go to
no.
jail.
All right, I'm unfollowing Crystal.
Oh,
She is a 16-year-old child who is giving dating advice in her own space. Crystal's dating advice.
Oh,
Oh,
no.
wow. Wow, I do kind of want to read that, though.
Oh, God. But like 16-year-olds don't know anything about anything.
Well, she has a space. Do you have a space?
I don't. And, that's a point that I can't refute.
Space
And
for
it
guys.
clearly means that she is qualified to tell us as adults what we should do.
Okay, well, is there anything good on here? Do you think we're fine? I see you're reading the details.
This is a space for guys to get honest answers on how to get girls. I've talked to so many guys on Quora of all ages. Somebody think they can find a girlfriend by messaging someone. The best way to find a girl is to approach lots of girls.
I've seen
I can
her
teach
do
you
it.
to do this. You're willing to put yourself out there in the real world.
I saw her talking to men around the world just recently.
Yeah, those 4 answers that we went through.
She probably put that one answer up, got those answers, and was like, I gotta start a
Yeah.
forum.
I'm sorry. There's also a really funny suggested space here called Meet Granny.
For people who are trying to fuck grannies, because scroll down a little bit, just please.
Real quick though, also it's MEET, not Meet Granny.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
not
yes.
meat granny,
This
it's
is-
meat granny.
Yeah, it's a boobed up granny.
These grannies have had some work done.
Celestine says, I am here to find someone I can share my life with. I can cook different dishes of your favorite food, share happy moments with you, and travel anywhere.
Oh, okay.
So she's a granny.
meat granny.
Are you trying to meet Granny? This is all just.
Wait, but these are different grannies.
These are all from Celestine. I think she is. Okay, so this is what I think is happening. She created this. She's a matchmaker.
Okay.
People are sending Celestine pictures of themselves and bios. And then she's
Interesting.
like, meet Granny. This is.
Yo, could I
This
put
is
a
a
picture
granny.
of my mom up? Because
You
my mom is a
absolutely
granny.
can. You
Is
can.
she looking?
She's looking.
Yeah.
Okay,
She's
then
kind of
yeah.
looking.
I can
Okay.
connect you with Celestine.
Yeah, and then
She's kind of a matchmaker in real
Yeah.
connections.
As long as she can survive in the high stakes world of Meet Granny.
yeah.
All
She
right.
also has a website, grannydating.net.
There are 3
Find
contributors
your
on
lasting
this
love.
space.
I hate to be like this, but can you really say granny dating find your lasting love?
Yeah.
How long is this gonna last?
I would take a different angle. It's like the flame burns
granny
out fast. kind of
Granny
thing.
dating, not a big commitment. It's what it should say.
I should say like it's
2
ju-
years at most.
focus on high expertise would be my
And,
angle.
they're living longer. Give her like 5 years. Come on.
Yeah.
All right. well, that's
1.6
great.
million?
Plus senior singles over 50.
That
But only-
there are not 1.5 million people on this website.
But that's just
I
like
do not believe
that's
that.
like
No.
statistics data.
This is,
That's population
like,
data.
in the world.
Yeah.
There's 6,000 daily active members
Oh.
and 36,000 success stories.
And it also says 1.6 million daily conversations, which I think is the number they're probably using to say they have that many
Yes.
members.
People are chatting.
They're lying on grannydating.net.
Yeah.
And I don't care
No,
what
Alex,
the
they're
media
not saying-
says.
This is not saying. It doesn't say on the website. It says 1.6 million senior singles over 50. Period.
I don't think it's
Exist.
worldwide. I think there's more than that worldwide. Over
In
50?
America.
Who are single?
In America, that seems right.
I do need to see more data from grannydating.net.
Should I look up how many senior singles there are?
We
over
have
50?
other questions I want to get to.
Okay,
so
okay,
that was
okay,
not the
okay,
time.
okay, okay.
All right, we're closing Meet Granny.
Please-
But if people
all right,
want
leave-
to
Oh, okay.
meet Granny,
Uh-huh.
then they can meet Granny.
But then they can meet Granny, and you know how we're spelling it.
What would you like to read next? Which section do you want to read?
All right, let's pick carefully here because some of these are less dating related than others.
Yeah.
Let's do forbidden knowledge, please.
Beautiful.
The unknown. The forbidden.
Why do people even believe in ephebophilia? Is it a myth and a hoax?
Wait,
Sorry,
what?
it is a myth and a hoax.
Yeah, this is not a question.
Well, the question
This
is why
is
do
a
people believe in
statement.
it?
What is ephebophilia?
Oh, I'm glad you asked. Jeremy knows all about this.
Why me?
You know, I heard he's only good at seducing 16-year-olds in 2010.
That's right.
Oh.
The ephebophilia is what pedophiles say when you say they're
You're
a
a
pedophile,
pedophile,
and they
and
go,
they go,
actually,
no.
I'm technically attracted to 15-year-olds.
If you're a teenager,
Pedophilia is younger.
if you're attracted to teenagers, that's ephebophilia, and the difference is pedophilia is before,
Right.
Technically,
So
if you
people
like
will
get
say,
a book
like,
out.
people will say like Dane Cook had a child bride because he met his current wife when she was 14 and he's a pedophile. And people are like, that's actually not pedophilia.
Right.
God.
That's what they say.
Ephebophilia.
I think, what is his name? Gianmarco Ceresi has a joke
What's
about
coming
this.
out here? Okay. Oh, he has a joke about it.
Yes.
I get that is a safe way to be related to this question.
Yes.
I like the idea that it's a hoax. Like big government cooked this one up.
Bigfoot.
Get you off the
I mean,
trail.
it is true, right? Like,
Yeah.
it is a hoax.
It's a damn hoax.
It is
You're
just
a pedophile.
The idea that, like, oh, it's actually that I have a sexuality where I'm attracted to children who are 14. That is not a real thing. Did you, Alex, was this sent to us or did you search this?
No, this was sent to us.
Okay.
Yeah. I understand why you think I might have searched ephebophilia because it would
Because
be
you were,
funny.
like, looking for help.
No, I'm not looking for help. Although that is often the right age for a babysitter, as they're able to connect with the children on a child's level.
This question was written by Sarah Lee, 37 years old, mother of 2, grandmother of 3, native of Canada.
Oh,
Grandmother of 3,
interesting.
At 37?
resident of Florida. And she's got her email in here. I'm not going to say
Oh,
it.
no.
Okay,
she
but you
has
can
her
email
email.
her if you'd like to. She does not believe in ephebophilia.
Jesus
She's
And also,
37.
I'm going to just say you could guess it. You can kind of guess her
Well,
email.
it's a little
Oh, my
unexpected. It's not a Gmail.
That's
I'll
right. You
say
can't
that.
guess that part.
Yeah.
Should I just say the beginning? It's Sarah
No,
1987 at something.
We're not trying to give people the email. I feel like you're misunderstanding.
This
All right,
hurts
fine.
me.
Bleep it. Bleep it.
This-
Bleep it.
I'm
that?
older than this woman. And she's a grandmother.
What do you think about ephebophilia?
Oh, my God.
I think it's real.
Also, 20 hours ago, someone said, what would America be like if women never got the right to vote? And she says, much better.
All caps.
Oh, my God.
This lady, age 37, is anti-women's suffrage. Do you think this is a real person? I do. The fact that she supplied an email does make me think it's real. among
This
other
lady,
things.
age 37, is anti-woman suffrage. Women have no moral right to vote. I do encourage conservative trad wives to vote to destroy the feminazi totalitarians and promote pseudoscience and promote pseudoscience and totalitarianism. Just look at the crooked female politicians who have come to power as a result of women's suffrage. Hillary Clinton, Michelle Obama, Kamala Harris, Nancy Pelosi, Jane Addams, Dianne Feinstein,
Jane Addams?
Gabby Giffords,
All right, let's
Jacinda
pause here.
Ardern,
Jane Addams?
Elizabeth Warren. What's up?
Let's pause here. I do want to take a moment to respect that Sarah Lee kind of knows about a bunch of politicians I've never heard of.
Then
I've
it
never
goes
heard
on.
of Jacinda Ardern.
Elizabeth Warren, Kim Campbell, Planned Parenthood, pediatrics. They
Planned Parenthood, not
and
a
then
politician.
pediatrics parentheses. They do some good stuff, but promote lots of pseudoscience.
Wow.
Public schooling, compulsory schooling, and truancy laws.
Oh, man,
So
that
you
was-
want to be able to keep your children out of government schools, keep them in private schools,
Yes.
and it's
And it's
fine to
women's
sleep
fault.
with teenagers, and women shouldn't be politicians.
See, here,
So okay,
Okay.
this is because, and this is I think a really important point here. Imagine an America with limited government, no crooked politicians, no compulsory schooling, no gun control, no slavery. This is what life was like before women's suffrage.
honey.
Aren't you sick of all that slavery now that
yeah.
didn't used to exist
Yeah.
in America?
I just feel like the real premium on slavery was kind of right in the specific time period.
I gotta say, Sarah Lee's profile took quite a turn for me.
Yeah.
I didn't see this coming.
I just really appreciate making a list of female politicians and then be like, other things I don't like: public school,
Yeah.
pediatricians.
Wait. What is it? No, Ida B. Wells is there for what? So for what?
I don't know. This is a meme of Ida B. Wells.
That's not
Refused to give
true.
up her seat 71 years before Rosa Parks did. At age 33, she owned the first African-American newspaper in Chicago, the Chicago Conservator. Why do you never hear about her? Because she was a Republican.
So was Abraham Lincoln. You guys are fucking stupid.
We can't get to the part where we're just reading memes on this one.
I'm sorry. It's just
There's like a certain pattern of podcasting that I'm specifically in charge of
All right,
stopping.
I will read
and it's
one more
reading
thing.
memes.
One
Yes,
more thing
fair,
that Sarah
fair,
Lee
fair,
says.
fair.
Sarah Lee answers the question, is it okay to have 20 kids? She says, all caps, yes.
Okay, yeah.
Closing
word.
her profile.
All right, that's the final word. on
Anyway,
that.
ephebophilia is a myth and a hoax.
Okay.
Were there any answers on this, by the
There's
way?
one answer. It says, oh, sorry, there's actually more answers than that. One answer says, so an attraction to teens between the age of 15 and 19 doesn't exist and is a hoax? Yes and no. It exists whether you like it or not. Or are you somehow suggesting that it's not wrong to be attracted? That's the only thing I'm getting from you on this.
This is from Notorious Raspberry, and they're kind of having an anti-woke off.
And then Chris Rodriguez says, because it's real.
Okay.
And then this guy posted a very blurred photo that I'm a little nervous about clicking.
Is it going to be a sexual Yoshi? Because it has a green palette.
What does it say above it?
It says pedophile groomer MB and R.
I see. The thing is, though, Quora blurs all the pictures, so
It doesn't blur all of them.
a lot of them are blurred, and then they're not sex.
To me,
things.
this
Who's
okay.
MB
So
and R, do we think?
I have truly no
Buns
idea.
and Roses.
Oh, okay.
Me buns and roses.
Me buns and roses.
That's the British Guns and
The
Roses.
picture that is blurred is a giant green and orange thing. For some reason, my head is going to Veggie Tales.
You
If
gotta
this is
click
a-
it.
Yeah, I'm sorry, you have to click on it.
It's been too long now.
Okay, it's a picture
Kermit.
of Kermit, and then he's drinking a tea.
Oh, look, a troll.
And then he says, feed it, only if you wish to keep it as a pet.
We're reading memes
Kermit,
again.
you are too funny.
We're reading memes again.
Wow.
Okay, so anyway, this is an anti-women, anti-pedophile Republican warrior in
A
Florida.
tenuous alliance.
Sarah Lee, good luck out there.
Part of me thinks that this is fake, that a man has made this in the same way that a lot of the black people posting as Republicans turned out to be white
Sure.
people who sometimes forget to switch between accounts when they're saying, as a black man, da-da-da-da-da.
Right. I've seen that.
So I'm definitely thinking some of this might be that. But you know what? I give women credit for being as dumb as some men.
Sure.
So there are plenty of dumb women out there.
I've met Republican women who think that women shouldn't be allowed to vote.
Yeah,
Like, for real.
Yeah, I have Republican family members, and I'm like,
Sure.
oh no.
I've met several women who believe public school is a female politician.
It's a real problem.
I've also met several women. All right, should we read one more of these?
I love meeting them. Yeah, let's read one more on forbidden knowledge here. I wanted to end on this.
Forbidden knowledge.
Forbidden knowledge.
How do I know that I have been hypnotized to love?
Yo.
You don't, and you should thank whoever did it.
Would be the last thing you ever guess.
Sounds great for you.
Have
Is
I been
this person's
hypnotized?
British, given the S in hypnotized.
Oh, you're right.
Oh!
That is
Is that true?
Sheba Gotham.
This is written by Sheba Gotham. Which is spelled A-U, so it's kind of like put some stank on
Sheba
Gotham, like
Gotham.
Batman's
Yeah,
Gotham.
yeah.
This is their only question. They've never done anything outside of this. Alex,
Sheba.
hit Anglo spotted, I think.
Yep, okay.
That's an Anglo who's
Anglo spotted.
If you're an Anglo, we will spot you.
We are going to call you out because we see the S in your word unless you just spelled it wrong.
Wow.
Gotham.
All right, Sheba Gotham. Let's see the answers on this.
Oh boy.
There's a lot of witch community on Quora, and it is one of the
Really?
more reliable sources of information
Okay.
on the website.
So there's 6 answers here, but a lot of them are for other questions, and I'm actually not interested in that because I only want to know the answer.
I want to
this
know about
question.
the love hypnotism.
This is there might not be a single. There's not a
said there
single
was
answer.
4.
What?
They're all for related questions.
How does this goddamn website work?
It's not
doesn't.
very clear.
It literally does not work.
What if I was in a love emergency?
Okay, so this is the question.
Bewitched.
This is the question that it's making us answer, which is how do I know this? I've been bewitched into unconditionally loving someone, which I think is the opposite.
Similar.
No, I think
is
it's
similar, you're right.
It's the
I'm
same
misreading
thing, but it's less
It's more
vague.
dangerous.
I have been controlled by someone else to love someone. Is this?
Yes, you're
It
right.
may
Okay,
be the
you're right,
person.
you're
It may
right.
be someone else.
But
But
if this one feels more angry, the other one feels like, oh, I've been hypnotized, and this one is like, I've been witchcrafted.
This has come up a few times on the show about if love spells are rape or not.
That's right.
And I
It
think
comes
the
up a
fear
lot.
is that they are,
I
and that
think
you don't know if
they
they're happening.
Kind of
Kinda-
are.
They
kinda
kind of are. They
they
involve a potion.
You're taking away their ability to consent or not consent,
Yeah.
and so I would say that it is sexual assault.
And it's abusive bundles.
But it is magic.
Yes, and I'm definitely thinking of Harry Potter 6 when one of the characters puts a love spell on another character.
That is not okay.
Would be a
It's not
funny
okay.
prank though. Put a love spell and then be like, "You're in love with Dobby."
Oh, yeah, but it's not
Everyone
funny.
laugh at Alex.
it
He's in
removes-
love with Dobby.
So what? So what? He's free. He has his sock.
Here's the thing. It's much worse if it wears off at some point. If
Okay.
it never wears off, it's just like, well,
It's
he's
fine.
in love.
It's
So
just
they
a
never
changing
get
of
to
priorities.
But
pursue
if
their
it wear-
own love and.
Well, he doesn't need to anymore.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I think it's bad.
It's
but
fine to control
I'm
someone,
not-
but you got to do it until they die.
yeah.
So in Aladdin,
It feels worse if it wears off and they're like, oh no.
I see what you're
My
saying.
life is a lie.
So in
I've married Dobby.
I'm trying to find a concrete example for fiction here. In
elf.
Aladdin, when Jafar hypnotizes
Sure. This is
Princess
more
Jasmine,
Yeah.
and she's just straight up in love with him and wearing her big fluffy princess pajamas around
Sure.
his lamp or whatever, his palace. That's
Yes.
like if she never came back, that would be okay to you?
Yeah.
And she's just fully on Team Jafar, who has a sick goatee.
Okay, I'm not saying it's okay, but I'm saying doesn't it feel worse if then it lasts like 10 years and they're together 10 years and they're like married and they're having sex and they have a child and then the potion wears off and she's like, oh, I don't love him anymore.
Well, that's how most
Now
love
what?
works. I feel like that's how like
That seems more
marriages in the
representative of
90s
called
worked.
being freaking married, am I right? Anyway, Bill Burr here.
Well, walking around town, I need a coffee-flavored coffee.
I'd like it for them to, even if it is that moment of realization that is very stressful, for them to be able to pursue their own romantic inclinations. I would like them to have that opportunity. Ideally, they would never be hypnotized or bewitched. But if they were, I do hope that they get out of it and can fall in love, be free, do what they want, and hopefully punish the person doing
with
hypnotism
the-
/ witchcraft.
A magical punishment as well. Now, I feel like we have lost the plot here of the morality of love potions when we're trying to find out how you find this shit out.
Yeah, it's not about whether it's good or bad. It's just,
How do you
I
know?
that
So
I've
go
been
look at
bewitched?
the answers. Click
Okay.
around on
I
it.
think the person who would ask that kind of question is like, I'm looking at my partner, and there is no reason I should
Yeah,
love them.
This guy
Yeah.
sucks.
They do not deserve my love, and they're kind of gross, but
And
yet
yet-
I care for them. I think I have been
You
hypnotized.
might be hypnotized.
Yeah.
You might be hypnotized. Jeremy, that's your classic saying. Now, we have an answer from a baby witch.
If your partner sucks, but you still love them, you might be hypnotized. Okay, Francis says, Francis Millwood, great witch name. I am a baby witch. This information may not be correct, but I found an article that might be able to help you. We all think we know love when we feel it. So this is just someone who copy and pasted an article.
Wow, what a
Rude.
dick.
This is on medium.com. They stole this from medium.com.
Well, they
Are you in love or just bewitched?
They copied it with their magic.
Yeah. Wow. What a baby witch. So if they were an adult
Grow
witch,
up.
they would know that this is actually plagiarism.
Wait, do they think these men are out here bewitching?
Men, they do. They
Men
do
are out here
that.
bewitching?
I don't
They
think
do
so.
that.
Why do you
Because
think
Men do. Sorcerers do.
it's
like-
warlock?
Who's
That would be warlock.
Jafar.
but like who's getting bewitched into loving people though?
Probably sexy singles.
Yeah.
Sexy singles?
Curvy, mature women.
Curvy,
Yeah.
mature women, and these witch men, warlocks, if you will,
Sure.
wizards potentially,
Yes.
depending on the universe. They are bewitching women into
Yeah.
loving them.
I have to imagine, realistically, this is men with witchy girlfriends. Right?
Yeah.
Oh,
This is a man with a witchy girlfriend who's got a girlfriend who's doing spells all the time, and then he's like wondering, like, what if I've been bewitched?
Yeah.
Right.
Oh.
Yep.
You know, because they're like, oh, I'm gonna do a spell to make sure that we like have a good rest of October, and he's like, she's doing a lot of spells.
Yeah.
Right.
What spell did she? Because she probably did.
Do
cast
I
some spell.
like her?
Yeah.
You
she
know,
kind of sucks.
Probably
Yeah.
wondering about that.
But I am
often.
in love with her.
Yep.
So did she cast a spell on me?
How do I-
This sounds mean, but it sounds like pussy. Okay. Sounds like.
A type of witchy spell.
Now Kenice is being Bill Burr.
This is a Boston
sounds like-
podcast. Claire would never let us say these
Yes. Sorry, Claire. I'm a big fan. Okay.
things. Okay, let's see. 10. There's 10 things.
10?
Number 1, attraction. Number 2. I don't know. It's just like, let's dispense with love at first sight. Finding someone physically attractive doesn't mean you love that person. It just means you find him or her physically attractive.
No, this is too much. See if there's another answer.
Yeah, this sucks. I don't like this
This one's
answer.
no good.
This is an article. I'm not going to
Okay.
be tricked into reading a fucking article. This person says, love is a complex emotion, and there is no single formula for how it develops. It is natural to feel intense feelings of love and attachment to someone, but it's also important to maintain a healthy balance in a relationship. you're concerned that you may be experiencing obsessive or unhealthy feelings towards someone, it may be helpful to talk to a therapist. This is...
I'm so disappointed. I feel like the answer is just you can't know.
This is a bot. This feels
It's
like an
too
AI.
late for you if you think this.
Nothing natural about the encounter, even the way on how they communicate and connect with you is calculated, and/or seems to also benefit of your downfall and their need for them. Them having all access to your information, but you never getting access to theirs, them then being in control and you at their mercy, even if you are wealthier than someone. Something about the relationship is still in their court. That's an answer, I guess. That's from Have You Seen My Baby?
Yeah, I was about to say this account is Have You Seen My Baby?
And their
It's a
picture
picture of
is
a
of a
baby.
baby.
Yeah,
Have
0
you seen my
following.
baby? We're gonna be
23 followers,
23
though.
followers. That's 23 people who have seen that baby.
Now, this is my question: is Have You Seen My Baby a sad account?
Ever seen my baby?
Wait,
No, I think this is-
1.2 thousand questions?
Yeah, this person's asked a lot of questions.
Respect.
Oh my god.
I think this is somebody who wants to show off their baby.
Yeah.
It's a happy
Have you?
account.
Oh, okay,
I
got
think this
it.
is
I was
gonna
like,
be
damn.
Alex.
Why aren't all these questions? Where is my baby?
Where's my
Like,
baby?
I can't show off my baby. I don't have a baby.
I think
yet.
this is going to be Alex in like 3 months. He's like, have you seen my baby?
oh my god.
Because here's a picture.
Is this me in the future?
Their last question.
Yeah, I see that. So it is a sad account.
Why do people, for some reason, want to have babies with me while I'm homeless?
Yeah. Okay.
What?
So that's maybe not great.
I
no.
fucking nailed that one. Okay, great. Well, that's going to be the end of the podcast.
Jesus Christ.
Thank you so much for coming over on to Quora.com. Kenice, thanks again for coming on Quorators. It's been a thrill to have you. Where can our listeners find your work at home and abroad?
You can find me everywhere at Kenice Mobley. So that's on Instagram, Twitter. What's that other one? TikTok.
Did you say Instagram?
I said Instagram,
Blue Sky.
Twitter.
You on Blue Sky?
I am not on Blue Sky, but I
Good for
am
you.
on something else.
Threads.
I am on Threads, but I don't do anything there.
These are all extra Twitters.
Yeah, they're just like, okay, shut up. Okay. I am on OnlyFans because they do comedy now. That's how you know that they're really devoted to comedy because they put a sex negative prude on there. It's me, and I'm on OnlyFans. And I have a Don't Tell set coming out. So keep your eyes peeled for that. And all of that, again, is under Kenice Mobley.
Watch Kenice's stand-up, why don't you? If you would like more of our show, every Thursday we have bonus episodes where we go on other websites. Maybe we'll go on older woman dating again. I haven't seen enough.
Maybe.
And I demand more. And that is on patreon.com/Quorators. New episodes every Thursday.
Found some great Reddits for this next one.
Really excited to get
And
to those.
We're going to wait for Claire to come back.
So we'll see you next Monday. We're back here every week. Claire should be here. And hold on to your questions and question everything as well.
Goodbye.